What is up, guys? Cyh Kaitoh here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. It's gonna be Tri-brigade, also the so-called tier 1 in the OCG right now. I used this deck during my last ranking match. I went 3-1. I lost to Zephyr and Demion because I didn't draw to my side deck and I got even lead, and yeah, that was a hardly comeback game, that one. But I went very smoothly during that rankings. I basically 2-0 every single match except for that one. And yeah, this deck is actually quite easy to play, and it really doesn't that glass cannon as I think it should be. It's just a little bit slow pace at the beginning, but once you get the hang to it, it's actually quite stable, to be honest. And so without further ado, let's get into the profile. So for the Tri-brigade monsters, it's gonna be triple fractal, the MVP of the decks, 3 noble, the searchers of the decks, and it's a level 1, so bear in mind this does come in handy. Triple kit, the new additional to the decks. You need to play free if you wanted to go all the way. And 2 Keras, this is the basic lineup of the Tri-brigades. You don't want to minus any one of them, you don't want to increase. I don't think anyone can increase. The only one I think to increase would be this, but there's just not much space in that. That's all the Tri-brigades. It's a very compact lineup. And for others is 1 Raptor, 1 Ram, and 1 Whiptail. This is the other engines with the Zoodiacs, because they are also Beast Warriors. They synergy quite well with the Tri-brigades. And yeah, you only need a small amount of engines. You don't want to put too much. I played Raptor instead of Thoroughbred because it can send either of these, and you can use them as material by using your extra decks, as you guys know if you guys play Zoodiacs. So this 3 is enough, you don't need more, and playing these numbers easier for you to take out if you want to side in some of your stuff. And for hand traps, 3 Ash Blossoms, triple Maxis, and the 1 Ghost Bell. This is the standard lineup. This is basically for mirror match or any decks that plays the graveyard base. You needed this, and these tools are self-explanatory and doesn't need to explain much. That's all for the monsters. For spell, 1 Barrage, you're playing a Zoodiacs. Triple Tenki, this card needs to go. I really think that this, if you think hard and thought about it, because people say that this is just a rotor, for once per turn rotor, but this really does a lot, and when it does, you can feel that this card really needs to go during the next Forbidden Limited list. Sometimes you need the extra monster, and this card just helps you dig to it, and it's also the gain 100 sometimes very crucial. And 2 Cowboy, because you're playing a slight little combo deck, so you need this. 1 Foolish Bureau, you can send your kit, send your Nabo if you're for your extra search, your extra piece. This card is just extenders. 1 Triple Tactics, you want to punish opponents for hand trapping you. And for Tri-brigades, people will usually Ash your kit or Nabo, or Cyframe Gamma your kit or Nabo, and you can activate this just to punish your opponents. And the next up is 2 Prosperity, because sometimes you need the extra dig deep into your deck for the extra pieces, and sometimes you don't always rely all of your extra decks. You can use 3 to banish and to dig your deck into deeper for more monster, for more back rows. And one time I dig for this to peek at my opponent's hand, and I know what they're playing, so I can be prepared for it. 1 desires. I might bump this up to 2 and replace this, because desire basically is draw tools if you think about it, and your Tri-brigade engine is very small, so it doesn't matter if you banish all and then after your starting combos, it doesn't matter if you banish the rest of it, because you can get it back by other ways. And 2 cross out for anti-hand traps, self-explanatory, there's nothing much to explain about it. And 1 monster reborn in case your stuff got dumped and you need the extra monsters. Yeah. And for traps, triple revolt. This card is absurd. This is your IP Masquerena of the decks. You activate this, you can special summon any number of beast warrior, beasts or winged beasts from your grave from the already banished. You can even summon back your Zoodiacs, and then immediately after resolve, use those monsters to link summon a Tri-brigade monsters. So you use this to link out your Shurak, so you can eternal shift during your opponent's turn, and you can chain block it to your Kit and Nabble, and this card just plus a lot. And also now with the new support, this card is searchable now, so it's even more absurd. And the last card play is triple impermanence. I just need the more hand trap to stop my opponents. And this deck is if this deck breaks, you need something to help you stay alive, and these hand trap just helps you do it, especially in a mirror match. That's all for the main decks. I believe it's 41, and after the extras, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think it's Frigid, 1 Frigid, 1 ancient warrior. This is for the fathers for your Tri-brigades. 1 Almirage. This is to send your Kid or Nabble because their attack 1000 lower. 1 Belframe. This is the new cards addition to the deck. This card is just so good, and once per turn you can discard 2 cards and special summon a level 4 or lower beast, beast warrior or winged beast from your banish. So you can special summon your Zoodiacs if you want it, and sometimes you can discard your hands like those Kid, Nabble or any Zoodiac stuff, and then you can bring back your Zoodiacs for free. And then if this guy is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Tri-brigade spell trap from deck to your hand, and then place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. And after that, you can only special summon Tri-brigade, which doesn't really matter. Every time you summon this and then use effect to search, you're just gonna link to another Tri-brigade anyway, so the side effect doesn't really bother. 1 Rugo. This is for pass by. Sometimes you needed the extra monsters to fill in the blanks. This card just do it. 1 Blaze Waste. I don't know how to pronounce the name in the OCGs. This is a really buy win for Eldritch or Orcus, and during other player's turn you can target 1 monster in the graveyard and return it to deck. And if your opponent's graveyard doesn't have any monster, it gains 2400 attacks, which is 4800. Is a big body. For Orcus, you can bounce back its Harp Horror. For Eldritch, you can just bury the Golden Lord. This card is just stupidly strong. 2 Shurak. I might bump this up to 3 because sometimes it does came up the 3rd pieces for the extra banish. And the others will be 1 Appaloosa and 1 Access Code Talker. This is for sometimes you have the more extenders, you can end up with this and a Revolt, and this is for OTKs. And the other package will be 1 Broad Bowl, 1 Dryden, 1 Tigris, 1 Raiga, and 1 Zeus to round out our extra decks. This is all you needed. Sometimes you not necessarily needed this one, but this 2 is the most important in the extra decks. There's nothing much to change in the extra deck because this is the perfect number. There's not much to change. I will continue this ratio until Konami did something about it. Side decks, 2 Nibiru. I missed this during the Zephyr matchup. If I draw this, I might have won, but sadly I didn't. 2 Lancia, because mirror match, virtual. This just beats a lot of decks nowadays. 2 Lightning Storm for going second. 2 mind control. Fun fact, you can mind control Tri-brigade Shurak, you can even mind control your Zoodiacs, your opponent's Zoodiacs, and then make your own Dryden, Broadbolt, or even Zeus. Or you can mind control opponent's Shurak, and then you can summon your Zoodiacs and then make the Dryden and the Shurak triggers effects. But it didn't happen last week because I didn't make any Tri-brigades. I did, but I didn't have the chance to use this. So it's just there. Sometimes you can take your opponent's Winder and then you just use it for Link Fathers or whatever. 1 Duster for back row decks. 2 D Barrier. This is for Zoodiac, Shadows, or any Ashura matchups. Going first with this Revolt and the Alperuza, you basically just won the game on the spot. Your opponent can't do anything about it. 2 Anti-Spell. This is for Shadows, for Endymions, for Zephyrs, Pendulums. Just say no. And the last 2 cards I play is 2 Evenly. Before this week I played 3, but I cut down the 3rd piece into a Lightning Storm, and this is slightly better against certain back row decks like Eldritch, or even I don't know what is this? For Salamangreats. This is just clear the boss essentially, and then if your opponent have no answer to it, you basically just won on the spot. So guys, that's it for the deck profile. I will continue play this deck until Konami do something about it. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this deck. What you guys think of this deck build. I know TCG is starting to build momentum for this deck. So I see a couple of decks climbing up during the tourneys, and yeah, this is tier 1 in here. I hope this deck will do well in the TCG as well. Be sure to like the video and sub to the channel as always, and I would really like to hear what you guys thoughts. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.